Hello everyone, welcome back to the Comdo Show. My name is Teresa Stanley. I'm a 6th degree black belt. I'm here today with Grandmaster Stanley, 9th degree black belt, creator of the Comdo Project. So we are on our little series on sine wave, and so we're going to explain this sine wave called slipping.
Now we've already done 5, and slipping is 2 more. Now, just to give everybody the rule of slipping, slipping means you're going from one stance to another stance on spot where you are, and it's a smaller stance to a bigger stance. Now, I'm going to use Won Hyo, move number 2 to move number 3 as an example. And everybody's going to be saying, wait a minute, an L stance is 1.5 shoulders long.
Yes.
And a fixed stance,
the physical length, not the actual
because they're both 1.5
measurement length. Yes.
So
they're measured from different spots.
Yes.
But the physical, like if I took
a
ruler and put it down, it would technically be longer.
Yes,
right?
and that's what General Choi meant when he says slipping. So there's an A and a B version. The A version is very powerful. It gets your body mass moving, leg drive, all that kind of stuff, right? Everything into it, which we'll explain in a second. The B version is actually a lack of the A version, if you will,
right? Due
to circumstances that are happening. Right. Okay, so first, we're going to do the A version, the powerful version, slipping version A. Okay. L stance to fixed stance, easy one. So when you do this technique, you're in an L stance, you're going to move this foot, ultimately, forward the width of your back foot. Okay, that's the amount that you will move into that longer stance. But you don't just pop it forward. You've got to create sine wave. So what we're going to be doing is pivoting our back foot a little bit.
We talked about that in previous videos. Yeah.
Pulling this foot back to within a half shoulder width distance of the stationary foot. That's the rule for that too. And that's where it comes into creating this form of sine wave called slipping. Now I'm going to go out and go that little bit further, the width of my foot further, pivot my back heel. Now this is the technique here, but on all slippings, version A, you're going to do that. You're going to pull the foot back to half shoulder width distance, and then you're going to move out into that new longer stance doing the technique. Now when you pull back, that's the sort of, you're in your stance, you're down. You relax, there's my up, and there's my down.
Explode and explode.
Exactly. So that is slipping A. And that's the one that allows you to move and do your technique and all that kind of stuff. Now, slipping B is because of circumstances that don't allow you to pull your foot back. And it's usually because somebody's got a hold of you.
Yeah, that's like a chungun.
Chungun.
Yeah.
So in pattern chungun, you're doing a back fist in an L stance.
All right, this one.
You're going to go to a walking stance from this position. The walking stance is physically longer than the L stance. Now, L stance and walking stance are 1.5 shoulders long. Yes, measured differently. Again, if I'm measuring tape, the walking stance is longer. So in this case, somebody's got a hold of you. You can't pull yourself back. You can't move this foot back because they're hanging on to you, right? Yeah. So you have to do slipping. So this L stance is still going to form into a walking stance, but because of what's going on here, you can't do the A version. So you got to do the B version. And the B version is simply slipping out, stepping out, slipping out to that longer stance without pulling back. So as you saw just now, this foot just drops off to the side. And there's the longer walking stance. Now it's going to go a little bit longer as well. I mean, putting yourself into the proper walking stance position, but you don't pull it back.
It's almost like oh crap.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you're trapped.
Yeah.
It's a release motion.
And
right?
I think it's a speed drill now. Like, I can't move, so I'm just going to snap it, right? As fast as I can.
Now, in this case, when you're doing this particular move in chungun, all 4 appendages get involved in it. So you're still creating a lot of power because you're using a lot of stuff. The hand comes off the hip. This hand is releasing down here. This front foot slips off to the side. The back foot, which is turned sideways, is now going to pivot from 15 degrees to 25 degrees. So everything's moving. You're getting your entire body involved, but you don't have that ability to get your mass activated into it, which again, sine wave, that's one of the big things sine wave does. It allows you to activate and or move your mass.
And as a very tiny person, I am going to say we must use sine wave as much as possible. But in this case, you'll know, like, as a small person, if you can't use your mass, and you got to be really fast, right? So like, I know for board breaking for myself, like, I can't just power through. I'm not very heavy, so it's about speed. And this one would be slipping. Now it's like, okay, it needs to bang, right?
Slipping version B.
Version B is gotta be the fast.
So that's 2 more sine waves. Slipping, version A, version B, with version B kind of being a non-sine wave thing. But General Choi had to identify both versions, because there's the A version, and sometimes you can't do it, so you have to do the B version of slipping, because they're both slipping. But really, B is just weak.
Well, it's another way that
Weaker
moves the mass in a situation, right? So, awesome. Well, I'd be curious to see if anybody has heard of that, or like has heard it described in that way, or like came across that in their own studies. Discuss, drop some comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts behind it, or what maybe the perspectives that you've been taught. Be really cool. So we'd love to have those conversations with you guys in the chat. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. We want to help as many people with their Taekwondo studies as possible. If you haven't heard already, we have our Comdo app launching at the end of June. We are going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. You guys are going to be the first people to be able to get that full-on experience. And so we're very excited to see Grandmaster Wadley and all his people down in Tulsa in June 2026 for that app launch. So we will see you guys on the next video.
Taekwondo.